Online business is changing faster than ever before. And if you feel like the same effort that you've been putting in is producing smaller results, well, you're probably true. And you're probably right about that. Because here's the problem. AI is taking over. But people who are not really using AI and they're still running their business the way that they've been running it for the last couple of years, they're getting left behind, while the people that are leveraging AI, they're moving forward. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why the old model of business is dying and what is replacing it. We're going to go into how to actually leverage AI, even if you have absolutely no technical experience, so that you can build a business that can run in an AI world, and how to actually stand out in a world where literally anyone can build anything using AI. But before we go into this, I need to explain something that's extremely important, because in this world where everything is constantly changing and AI is taking over, people are making a massive mistake, and they're thinking that they can use AI to basically just do anything, and they're not actually using it for what it's supposed to be used for. AI is used, and it's supposed to be used to leverage and up level what you're already doing. So what it really comes down to is that you need to train AI into the things that you already know, so that it can maximize the output of the things that you're already doing. So things that used to take you a long time now take a lot smaller amount of time. So that's where it really comes into place, is that you have to train AI in order to really know what you know, so that it can take things to the next level. So in this video, we're going to be breaking that down so that we can actually go through and build your business in a world of AI. So let's jump in and get started. So here's how we go into this. So we have the old way over here, and we have the new way over here, and we have this line in the middle. And here's the thing. So now, with the old way, the way that it worked is that you usually have a big team. If you look at like the traditional business, every business technically has marketing, sales, fulfillment, and operations. So as a founder that's building a business, at a certain point, you'd have a giant team. Now, this doesn't mean that, you specifically right now, if you don't have a team, you're not in the right direction or anything like that. It just means that normally you'd have, at some point, depending on your size, you'd have people running your marketing. So what does people running your marketing look like? It could be people that come up with content ideas. It could be people that create the content. It could be people that edit the content. It could be people that publish the content. It could be a social media manager. It could be people that run ads. It could be a lot of different things. And that's just on marketing. We go into sales, you can have appointment setters, you can have closers, you can have sales managers, you can have all this stuff. Go into fulfillment, you can have account managers, you can have people that just, VAs that do the work for you. You can just have yourself that actually goes through and does and fulfill the offer, whatever it is. And then operations overall, just managing everything. And that could be like, all your C-suite kind of stuff, or anyone that goes through and just high level manages the entire business. So in the old way, it's all about having that big team, because that way your growth comes down into like, what is the most amount of people that you have, so that you can get the most amount of work done, because you can only do so much. Now in the new way, what it comes down to is AI agents / AI powered. So what we do is we train AI agents with skills to do stuff. Now that doesn't mean that we're replacing humans. What we're doing is actually getting these people that are on our team, and we're allowing them to level up by pairing them with AI agents and AI powered skills that know how to do what they do. They train them, and then their goal in the future world is literally to have people that manage AI. So now people on your team, their goal is to manage and prompt the AI agents in order to do the work so much faster than a human will be able to do it. Now, what does that do? Well, with the old way, you would have had slow execution. It would take forever to get things done, because you can't just write a simple prompt, press enter, and then it spits out an answer. With this, it's fast and conversational. So literally what it comes down to is that all this gets ran by you just talking to it. Now, another thing about the old way, manual versus automated. Because AI does the brainstorming, the coding, all that stuff, and then you get to bounce back on it. And it's almost like instead of doing everything alone now, you have a partner by your side that's building with you. So just on that slow execution, there's things that literally could take months because of how manual it is, versus now it's a lot faster because you're just talking to it and it's automated. So things that took months could take weeks, days, or even hours now, depending on the different tasks. So that's the thing that's important, because over here, the founder is trapped. But over here, the founder has freedom. And at the end of the day, we're all building our business because we want to have some element of freedom. Because for us, for myself included, my whole goal in life is to literally build a business that is scalable so that I can build the business, the impact, and the life that I want. So I want to build a business that, yes, makes a lot of money, but also makes a lot of impact on the clients that I work with. And in turn, you get the lifestyle that you desire because of that. So that's the old way versus the new way. And that's really where it comes down to, because the old business model was built around effort and the new business model was built around leverage. So this is the thing. But here's the problem. A lot of people are worried, and you might be worried too. It's like, I don't have the skills to build these things that are necessary in order to actually go through and do this. You think that you need to be extremely technical. You think you might need to learn how to code or anything like that. And the truth is, there might be a little learning curve to get started. There's a million videos online that explain to you how to do this. But once you get things moving, then things start to happen a lot faster. It's almost like this kind of idea that we all know, where it's like, we'll go into this section here, where you have this thing here, and it's like, this is basically time, and here is results. And at the beginning, you're spending a lot of time doing stuff, and you don't really feel like you're getting all the results. Maybe you're starting to move your way up and move your way up and you move your way up and move your way up and move your way up. But eventually, what happens is you really start to kick in, and then it starts going up like this and like this and like this, and you're getting a lot more results. So the amount of time that you put in from here to here is so much, and then here to here is not as much, but there's so much. But you have to go through this part here in order to get this part here. Now, all it really comes down to is learning how to do your prompting. This stuff here, you start learning how to do prompting. You start finding the right tools based on your needs. Are you using ChatGPT? Are you using Claude? Are you using Perplexity? Are you using a combination of different things for different ones, where like ChatGPT you might be just using for brainstorming, where Claude you might be using for actually building things, versus Perplexity you're using for research. And there's a combination, you find the right one for you. And with that in mind, it allows you to create clearer outputs and get results a lot faster. But it comes with just you putting in an hour a day to really learn how this works. Right now, what I've been doing is just trying to max out my Claude every single day, to the point where it says, hey, you have to come back in a couple hours because you've maxed out your Claude credits. Now, on a free account, that's extremely easy. Once you start getting into some of the paid accounts, depending on what you're doing, it starts to become a little hard. I remember that when I was using my Claude free account to try to do like really deep tasks, it would literally max out in like 30 minutes. But now when I'm starting to pay for it, depending on which plan you're on, it lasts a few hours. And as you go deeper, I know that there's people that are literally on like the highest plans and they're paying additional money and everything like that. But you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to start there. So it's just about getting your feet wet, starting to get things going. Now, in a world where AI is taking over everything, and you're going through and you're learning this stuff and you're building things, guess what? Anyone can build it, and you're not going to be the only one out there that's going to build it. So here's the problem that we face. What is going to actually have you stand out so that other people want to work with you versus building it themselves or going to someone else? Because at the end of the day, someone from a different country can go through and build something similar to what you're building, charge less money, maybe get the same results, and that's it. But why will someone come to you? Well, here's where it comes into the place of, we'll go over here. Here's where it comes into place where we're going to really talk about why you. So we'll go into this. Why you? And here's where it really comes down to. What's going to make you stand out? Now, here's the thing. People buy from people that they know, because at the end of the day, if you don't know the person you're buying from, or you don't know that, you cannot buy. Like literally, there's no way to buy something from someone that you don't know, because the moment that you see the product or the service or whatever, now you know them. So first is know. Like is the next one. So not only do they have to know you, they have to be like, oh, I like you, that like I want to buy this product. And then finally, trust. So they have to know, like, and trust you, because trust means like I'm sure that I'm gonna get the product or service. It's gonna be delivered. It's gonna be at the quality that I have or that I want, and everything like that. So how do we actually go through and build that know, like, and trust factor? Because on the flip side, someone could just buy an AI app where they can pay anyone, or they can go to Fiverr or Upwork and get anything, but they're going to come to you because of that know, like, and trust factor. And really what it comes down to is, I'd ask you this question, like, who do you buy from the most, or who would you be comfortable buying from the most? Someone that just popped up on a Facebook ad that you've never heard of before, or someone that you've been following and watching their content and interacting for weeks, months, even years. There's people that I know that I've literally been following for over 5 years that I have now given over $50,000 to. And, not everyone is going to be in that same boat. But if you want someone to pay you relatively high ticket prices for the stuff that you have to offer, you don't need years and years and years of content or anything built up, but you have to build that know, like, and trust factor. And there's this rule that has been explained in the world of marketing called the 7-11-4 rule. So 7-11-4, that's 7 hours across 11, 7 hours, 11 touch points, and 4 platforms / mediums. So basically, someone needs to watch 7 hours of your content or consume 7 hours of you across 11 touch points, which could be 11 different pieces of content on 4 platforms / mediums. So that could be a long form video, a short form video, a lead magnet, text message, email, and stuff like that. And for myself, if I were to rank these in order, like it will literally be like, this is the most important, this is the second, and this is the third. Because like, here's the problem. You can be on TikTok and they can have, literally like 60 touch points with you. They could have watched 60 of your 1 minute long videos. That means they still have only watched 1 hour of content from you. And it's on one platform. But on the flip side, someone can watch over the span of like a month, they can watch 10 or 20 of your YouTube videos, and they're each 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, a mix of that. And as the longer the piece of content is and the longer someone consumes, the more of that know, like, and trust we're building with them. So because of that, when I look at it, YouTube is like my favorite platform, because I know that I can definitely get to that 7 hours a lot faster than someone that's on TikTok or a short form platform posting a bunch of content there. So for you, in order to really stand out, this really means is like, how do we leverage the fact that you are a human in a world where AI is there. And that really just comes down to creating content, putting yourself out there, and getting people to see you so that you can build that know, like, and trust factor, which is so important in this world. And here's the thing. I don't think AI is going to completely replace founders. It's really going to take us to the next level. But if you want to learn how to do this, it's not just a fact of just watching a video and then going back to what's been going on and be like, okay, that was nice. It's really about studying this stuff. So what I invite you to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can learn more, as we're going to be posting videos every single week, multiple times a week. But if you really want to take things to the next level and you want to jump on a call with myself or someone from our team, go ahead and click on the first link in the description. It's literally going to be our Work With Us link so that you can just jump on a call, learn more about what you can use in your business to leverage AI and take your business to the next level. And I look forward to chatting with you on a call or just seeing you here on YouTube and learning from us and being on this journey of mastering AI as a founder. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and we'll talk soon.